keep getting asked this question repeatedly. Like if someone only had, I don't know, $500-600 for a studio setup, obviously you can get to backgrounds really cheap. You can get them for like $30. Even ones like this, the larger ones, like the one behind me. I've got like a dozen different ones. Every time I change it, people are like, I don't like that background. Change the color. It doesn't matter what color I make the background. Everybody bitches. You can't please anybody, right? There's an old saying that says you can't please everybody. I'm pretty more certain as the saying goes, you can't please anybody. At least in my case. What I would actually recommend is not this one, which is a DB400, rather the DB800. Now, I know people are like, I can't get that stuff in Europe. You know, you got to talk about something else. Okay, Pro Photo then. If you're in Europe, you can't get Digibee. You actually have a continuous LED lighting on this. Doesn't get hot to the touch. You have a xenon flash tube that's basically going to last near on forever as long as you don't destroy it. So I'd recommend getting a Digibee 800. A DB800 with 320 watt seconds of output. Another thing will actually make you happier and let you do more work easier, as many people have discovered. Is like the one thing that will change your photography more than anything is lighting. And obviously speed lights are part of that. You see I've got like 5 speed lights on this table. But the one thing that will really change it is a Studio Strobe. Now you're like, what do I do if I, want to do on location, like go out in a pretty field or something? That obviously creates another issue. I mean, if you're anywhere close to a building, what a lot of people do is that they'll get like a 50-foot roll-up extension cord and plug it into something, usually something nearby. If there's not, you do need to get a power pack. We do like a mini Vagabond power pack, which is $230. So $400, not this one, but the one that looks exactly like this is a DB800. Now, I've done videos on light stands before. You can get the cheap ones, which are $10. The really nice Pro Photo ones are actually only $40. So $400 plus you need definitely. My preference is a 47-inch octabox. However, people get by with the 35 inches just as well, and they're more compact. The ingenious design, and they have it actually patented from Pulse Buff, and I showed this in a prior video. This is a 32 by 40 softbox. And it is, most softboxes are a total crotch pain when it actually comes to putting them together. I mean, they are. They're like assembling a tent. You have to like stick those poles in and like stretch and go into a yoga pose and, I hate that crap. So a 32 by 40 octabox, a 35-inch octabox or 47 is preferable. If you do that, though, you will need some sandbags. You can make your own sandbags for basically free. You can like tie the ends off of a shirt and fill it full of rocks and use it as a sandbag, because outdoors, as soon as the wind catches the octabox or the softbox, it's going to blow it over and it could damage your Studio Strobe or hit your model in the head, and then they sue you. One like this is like $140. So you're looking at $400 for the Studio Strobe, another $150 for the radio trigger with the light stand. You can go like a cheap Cowboy Studios softbox for $60. Don't recommend it. I mean, I do, but I don't. I mean, I actually own some, but these set up 10 times quicker, and they're made a lot better. And when you're on location and you want to put up and put down a softbox, because you can't stick it in your car, put up or put down, it just ain't happening. Now, these fold up so nice, and nobody else makes them like this because it's a patented design from Pulse Buff, where they actually open up like an umbrella, and they are very easy to set up. Let me make sure I had something sticking in there. I thought I lost something. So a softbox, a DB800, give you more than enough power for anything, unless it's a large group or if it's at distance, and then you're going to need a more powerful strobe, or more importantly, a second one, either as a fill light or background light or secondary light for a group shot. The highest recommendation is there's a little receiver module that actually pops in here on top of the DB800. What it is a transceiver for a radio trigger. You can either buy the $52 trigger, which sits on the hot shoe of your camera, but every time you need to adjust it, you're going to have to walk up to this damn Studio Strobe and adjust the power output on it, and that's not so hot. For another $80 more, what I get is actually the Cyber Commander, which is not only a light meter, which I don't actually use. I use a Hardcore Pro light meter. It gives you full power control not only on lighting, but model lighting on the Einstein units. It works the same on the Einstein units as it does the rest of the Policy Buff stuff. One option that a lot of people do is I actually use a radio trigger on the simple radio trigger on my hot shoe, and what I do is there's a little little loop here on top. I hang this around my neck, so I don't want to adjust the power or anything. I just lift it off of my neck and adjust it right here, and then let it drop back to my neck like a necklace. And that's my recommendation on how to use the Cyber Commander. Absolutely my recommendation. I took the neck loop off of this one. I don't know what I did with it. But anyway, you could also use pocket wizards to trigger these, but the only way you're going to have ease and comfort and them not being a pain in the crotch if you want to adjust your power without actually going back and forth between your shooting position and the Studio Strobe is have a Cyber Commander like this. It gives you full capability over power output and also for modeling light. And this thing too, since it's has a really bright LED cool running modeling light, is actually absolutely the best for even using this in close proximity for some interesting, especially with a grid, for using this as the sole light source itself. So, however, you cannot use that with a battery pack. Battery packs do not let you use modeling light illumination. The lithium power packs like the Vagabonds and the rest, they're not designed for continuous lighting power drain. They're only designed to power the strobe itself, so can't be doing that. You can, but not more than a few seconds. It's absolutely warned against you doing that. And you need some reflectors like this, some regular 8.5-inch reflectors. At the very least, get a soft box for $100 and a light stand, a decent light stand, a Pro Photo one for like $40. So what you're all in, not including the battery pack, is basically $600. That would be this professional radio trigger, the receiver, the soft box, and the light stand. So that's $600. So if you want to go portable anywhere on location, hike up to a mountaintop, set up your light stand and your Studio Strobe, you're going to need a power pack, and that'll be another $240. So realistically, something that lets you do everything, even on locations, $800. But lighting is everything. I mean, shit, how much do you spend on a good lens? You'll say, that's a lot of money. It's like, yeah, but lighting is everything, damn it. I hear that all the time. People say, oh my God, it's a lot of money. I want to save money on lighting. It's like, well, didn't you just buy an expensive lens? You just got done telling me you bought an expensive lens. Like, yeah, well, this is more important than a lens is. A lot more important. So that's actually my super cheap budget recommendation for Studio Strobe. And I know I've talked about the ABR 800 endlessly, but that's a ring light, and it is the most versatile and best money-making little system out there. And a lot of people have proven me right on that. They bought it, and they're making money with it. It already paid for itself in a single session. Paid for itself. So, that's it. That's my recommendation for a budget studio setup for professional lighting. That would be the Digibee 800, which gives you 320 watt seconds of power output, which is more than enough for anything most anybody to ever want to do. You don't need 1400 watt seconds of power output for shooting like the junior high school basketball team. If you do, let me know. Then you need like a really powerful white lightning pair. You not just one, you need a pair of white lightnings. That's where you take a picture of 60 people lined up in their basketball shorts in the college basketball court, and some gigantic 50-inch umbrellas, and you let loose some hardcore power. Boom! That costs a little bit more money, but not as much as you think. So, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video and drop me a buck or two, tell me to jump off a cliff. Let me know if you have any questions. Obviously, I don't say everything in every video that answers every question, so I can do that vis-a-vis email or whatever you have a question about, because homie's got lots of lighting equipment and everything is lighting. Even though I talk a lot about lenses, no, lighting comes first. Lighting absolutely comes first before lenses. Lighting. See, a lot of people say, this is an image from my Zeiss Distagon, and it's like, yeah, it looks like a snapshot. Yeah, but it's because there's no lighting there. Best camera, the best lens in the world looks like crap without lighting. Pretty sure your camera operates off of light. Yeah, so the best lens in the world won't do you much good if the lighting sucks.